Hey guys, decided to take a little break from Let's Play the Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons, and we're going to do something a little different today. We're going to do a little text-based choose your own adventure here. The Trans-Morbid adventure. I played this game a long time ago when I was a little kid, and it's kind of humorous. I just figured I'd do it. Now, I've chosen to embark on the Trans-Morbid adventure. Well done. You will be able to choose your own story's direction by clicking on one of the options given at the bottom of each page. The aim is to live, obviously, but we want you to enjoy yourself and have fun reading all the stories. There are only 3 ways of winning and many ways of dying. It is more than likely that you will die several times before you win, so don't bypass the death scenes as they are quite eventful. No smoking. Alright, let's start the adventure. Oh god, the ads are kind of annoying and the site is designed badly. Welcome. You awaken the moment before you crash onto the road. You've been pushed out of a car, the surroundings are unfamiliar, it's misty and cold, and your coat pocket is $50,000. No ID. I can see Notre Dame, and this must be Paris. Beggars approach me. Although I don't speak French, they obviously want money. Let's scowl and tell them to piss off. Okay, this is our first little death scene. It'll say oops. The largest of the beggars softly smiles and his face turns black and his eyes are just evil. His body begins to expand and his raggedy clothes fall off him. His hairy belly bloats out and there's a foul stench in the air. I've shat myself, but the smell comes from the transforming monstrosity before me. The beast opens his mouth wider and wider and could conceivably swallow a small car. From within the depth of his throat comes out a slimy frog head attached to a 10-meter coiled, ribbed, pulsating neck. It stares at me for an agonizing moment and spits a green, gooey digestive substance at me, completely covering my upper body. The goo burns out my eyes, my mouth and throat dry up and turn to powder, all of my skin peels off, and as I try to scream, my heart seizes and I collapse. Before I hit the ground, a large tongue wraps itself around me and whips me up. Apart from the unreliable testimony of the beggars, the only witness was an elderly French lady walking her poodle, and all she recalls is hearing one gigantic belch. Bad luck, try again. That is a horrific death. Okay, so we're going to be a little nicer this time, and we're going to give them $100. Although I have no idea what the beggars are saying, we decide to give them $100. Just as I do, I notice a car speeding towards me. The windows are down, guns are blazing. Beggars takes my arm, pulls me in a violent manner, drags me to safety. She leads me around the side of the cathedral down a laneway. The shooting has stopped, but I'm still following her. She takes me to a park and leaves me in front of a man feeding pigeons. The man motions for me to follow him down an alley. I arrive at a little doorway where there's a foul stench of cat piss. He takes me down a flight of stairs to a dim cellar. There are several homeless people gathered around a makeshift fire. He opens my coat pocket and takes the money out. He counts it and gives me half back. He then motions for me to follow. He takes you to the far end of the cellar where there's a hole in the wall. He wants me to follow him in. Fuck this guy, he took my money. And I dive at the man with my fists flying. I punch him twice to the face and push him up against the wall. Next thing I know is that I'm being grabbed by 6 of the homeless people, pushed to the ground. They take the rest of my money, drive a rusty knife into my chest, and then drag me to an open sewer, drop me in. Rats eat me. How Lovecraftian. Okay, looks like I'm not going to get my money. Let's go into the hole. The adventure continues. The hole in the wall leads into a large underground drain where the water is up to my knees. It's very dark, and when the man lights a lantern, rats scatter. I travel along the drain for about 2 kilometers before I come to a dead end. Man sets the lantern down and motions that I must swim through a... That's just gross. I take a large deep breath, follow me, holds onto my arm, and in a short time I surface in a chamber which has a stream of light coming into it. The man takes you towards the light and out onto a riverbank. I am still in the city, the water is brown, so I must be the CN? I guess. He takes me down to a barge and I climb aboard. I'm cold, tired, and very hungover. 2 men appear, and after conversing with my guide, he leaves. One man says to me in English, "We take you, you rest." I fall asleep as the barge drifts off. A few hours pass when I awaken in the barge docks. The river is wider, and I'm in the countryside. A man leads me through the forest, and in a clearing is a secret airstrip. There are several parked rental cars, and a small plane is waiting with its engine running. The man says, "To America," and points to the plane. I don't like getting on mysterious planes, so we're going to make a run for the rental car. Bullets whistle past my ears as I make a run for a rental car. The keys are in it. I leave the baddies behind in a smoky gray cloud of burnt rubber. Quite pleased with myself and yell yeehaw out the window. The backseat of the car is a slab of 1664 beer. Crack one open, it slides down too easy. I drink another one. Damn it. Damn it. Choose your own adventure, man. This is not straight edge. Did my 5th beer in a row. There's a police block up ahead. And they're all leaning over their bonnets because they're little French croissants pointing rifles at me. Let's offer them a beer. Yeah, I stop the car and get out. The police just stare at me motionless. I burp and pull out some monophthums. They don't respond. I shake the beer around and offer it to them again in a very slow but loud voice. No response. I ask them, "What's wrong with you? Don't you understand?" They don't respond. I get frustrated and start pulling faces and jumping around in a very childish kind of way. Get fed up, turn around to get back in the car when I feel a slight burning sensation on my bum. They've tranked me. I wake up in a dungeon in a straitjacket with a hangover. There's some weirdo reading from a book and laughing insanely. He mutters in between breaths that they will never let me out of the insane asylum. Is that like Tales from the Crypt? Well, that's terrible. I'm going to call this a video real quick. So, I'll see you next time.